Hopefully you are enjoying your drive that you're gonna go in, and just starting here with the news with Fire Song. Gonna be checking up and seeing if Fire Song's over in the top right hand corner of Google here later on. And this is some really good stuff to look into Fire Song and different characters that you might want to become imaginarily. It's pretty sweet. In Elder Scrolls, it's a whole magical world in the Elder Scrolls universe. It's super sweet to get involved. Hopefully, you get involved in the chatting in here. Hope to see you in the chat. If you don't see me in the chat, that's okay. I do like seeing chats. It shows that we are communicating together. That's a really good thing. Hopefully, you can learn a little bit about Fire Song as we're in the second quarters of Elder Scrolls and gearing towards the third quarter right now. This is some really good stuff. Hopefully, you enjoy your drive. Be right back. Okay, just got back here and discussing the fire song. And I'm going to explain a little bit about what's going on with fire song. It's the first DLC of Necrom. As you're seeing it, it's sweet. So the discussion goes into people who do not pay. If you are in a car and you are getting sent to that place that you're supposed to because you didn't pay, well, now you're listening, and the reason why you're going to a mental institution. For the people who are not actually who are denying paying the proper places, those people are getting sent to mental institutions to where the mental professionals can actually rehabilitate, or at least try to rehabilitate them, trying to get them to pay for a channel. Have the mental professionals just say, hey, this is payment mentalpayment.com. It's literally not that hard to actually pay. I have gone down to it's almost not even pennies. Like, I have paid the maximum. And so we're in the first DLC, and for those people that go over and gather together with some people, they said, I'm ready to pay. They tie them up. This is no joke. They tie them up and they check their pockets and they find their wallet. They look at their identification, either a state ID or a driver's license. And most likely what happens is they don't have any cash bills on them in their wallet or in their pocket or wherever they hide their money, because they're trying to hide. But they wanna gather. Of course they do. Of course people want to gather. But this is what has to happen. And this is perfect for Firesong, because it is a complex thing to actually pay. I'm just explaining how difficult Firesong is actually is to pay. It's very difficult. If you don't have a console, how are you going to pay for Firesong? How are you going to pay on the main site of Steam? How are you going to be able to pay for Firesong over on Xbox? How are you going to pay for Firesong on PlayStation? That's the literal truth. So when these people, I'm just using a person for example, that goes to a place every time and is supposed to pay, but they don't have the necessary proper, was it tools or proper source. Well, what happens is people check their pockets, check their shoes, check their socks, check their pockets in their shirt, or check their ear, or check the source that might be in their hair, or might be inside their mouth, might be inside their ear, might be inside their butt, might be near their wiener. I don't know. Might be taped right to their leg. I don't know. Like what's happening with today in today's current technology? People aren't stupid. And so when I'm explaining with the people that go in there and said, "This is what I have. I have a money card." Like, and then people are like, "Well, that should pay. That should pay that." But that didn't pay that. So what are we gonna do? They're like, the person that's supposed to pay. They're like, "Hey, you can go over and you can use my card over to the at the ATM," but they're lying. They give the people the wrong PIN code, and the people go over to the ATM, and the other people that are looking at them, they're like, What are you guys doing?" And then what happens is those that have lied to the people going over to whatever ATM they go to, they go into the store, and when you go into a store, you're supposed to buy something. And if that ATM card does not process, look what the people when they go in, serious, they end up having to pay for items that they shouldn't have had to. And so what has to happen is the truth has to come out. And so those individuals from before that have not paid in places like Firesong, well, you got you there's just places that they have these things have to be paid. And so what has to happen is the people who have those mental issues, they have to be sent out to a mental institution. A mental institution is not a bad thing. And so with these people that are having problems with paying, they don't have any problem paying. It's very easy. If you get a money card, there's most likely a person that will help you get established in a actual bank, and that's the important part. In a bank, when you have a money card and you're using it like PayPal or a gift card, those are not literal banks. And using that as a source to PayPal is a very serious form to transfer money, and I'm not for sure why people are not paying in those types of places. And so that's kind of why I'm like, send them off to the mental institutions. Let the mental professionals see if they can pay over online. Have an online site over in the mental institution, and say like, now why does that not work? If a mental professional cannot pay for a site from a card, there is a problem. And what has to happen is the mental professionals have to talk to those individuals, and letting them out isn't going to help. So what I'm going to explain here in Firesong, we're going to do a little bit of Firesong Circle right now. So those that have not paid, what I am saying is they need to be tied up. Well, they can breathe, but they have to be tied up, completely tied up, like a mummy. Squeeze the little brain cells out of them, because they can't think anyway. So I was serious. Those that are actually getting tied up, they probably are laughing. And so what has to happen is they get tied up. You're getting tied up. I'm hoping you're getting tied up. If you haven't paid or if you're looking to not pay, I'm hoping that you're getting tied up. Tied up for your own good. Now you know what I'm talking about. This goes like beyond the spectrum. Like if you have a money card that you know doesn't work, you've got to have the proper form to pay. There's kind of no reason why people like there's just a line of people just pay. If you I saw over in Russia a McDonald's. Well, I heard McDonald's doesn't exist in Russia anymore. However, is that the truth? I heard that McDonald's is no longer existing over in Russia. Now there's what people are calling the pandemic. Like, I don't understand what exactly the pandemic is. And if somebody has whatever that COVID thing is, then what is the issue? What I'm explaining with the company of Xfinity, what's happening in Xfinity is there's a very serious thing, because Xfinity in certain stores are not accepting cash. You know how serious that is? The value of the dollar has been placed in it's in jeopardy. Not the game show Jeopardy. The actual value of the dollar has been jeopardized. What I'm explaining is, and some people won't even understand this, Xfinity, what they're doing is they're taking the cash machine and they're sending the cash machine over to another local Xfinity store, to where the people that do understand are going to use that machine. However, in the local store that I go to, there will be no more cash machines. And what happens over in that local area is what they're saying is paper is no good, no longer good, no longer good to use. That's a sad story, and that's a real life story. What's happening to society, to the economy? What I'm explaining with those that are getting tied up right now, they have to get their brain cells squeezed, to where hopefully there is no hope in that. They have to be sent over to a mental institution, and then let the mental professionals test their minds and see if they can go out into normal society. Now that that's understood, you understand what I'm saying with like a money card that you can use on the internet, but some cards aren't able to be used. Now that's kind of the issue. Society has learned, though. This is a beautiful thing. Think about it. There are just some sites that you can use a money card, and some sites you cannot use a money card. The same card of what I'm talking about. You know, like it works over at the local store, and that's the reason why those money cards that you only can put in on an ATM. Be truthful and take the money out and give the money to the proper people. When you go into a movie and you're not able to pay, but you've got to pay beforehand. And if you just jump in and you say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, like, where's the money? Like, and that's why the good folk are just going to get better. This is great. So I'm going to go off the screen, and this is a really good thing. Please pay in the proper place. So if you hear this, and if you hear this, you're gonna want to pay, because if you don't, you go into the mental institution, and I might not come back out. That's like the indication of your last resort right now. So what are you gonna really try to do to get better? We need fire song to fire up, and if all of the cylinders are firing and nothing's getting paid, well, there is a big problem. What I'm explaining with, if all of the cylinders are firing, which they are all firing, if they don't get paid years down the road, the cylinders will slowly deplete. Now, I'm talking about an example car, for example. Everyone likes to ride around in a car. And with a car, you have to maintain the car every once in a while. You don't have to maintain the car every day, but you have to maintain the car every once in a while. I'm just talking about a car that needs an oil change. An oil change is usually directed towards getting every 3 months. A car usually has to get maintenance every 3 months for the engine to properly run. And so I'm talking about with Fire Song, this goes into, hey, we need this paid. We need this paid in 3 months. You're like, okay, I'll get to it. But just pay it now. And then you're like, well, I'll pay it next week. I'll pay it. That doesn't do any good. So what I'm talking about with Fire Song needing paid, either the money has to come to me, or it needs to go to the proper people, so the money can get circulated all around. You know what I'm saying? Like, Fire Song is like a car. Well, Fire Song is an example car. It needs maintenance every 3 months. And if it doesn't get maintenance, well, there's problems. Then the person's like, that just came on in and said they were going to help, or just came in, they're meant to pay the fee. And if the fee doesn't get paid and they don't leave, that's a good thing, because you will pay by sticking around. So stick around and pay in those proper places. I'm dead set on the system, on how the system works in Elder Scrolls. So hopefully you're learning a lot. And if you did not know what was going on, if you just look at something, you're like, why are you telling me to pay something right in this place? There's lots of questions, and I have lots of answers for what's going on in Elder Scrolls. The reason why certain things have to be paid at certain times. Now, if you're behind in payment, I'm just going to explain like a monthly payment. If you can't even pay an Elder Scrolls monthly membership, I'm just gonna explain this. If you cannot pay a monthly membership, but you have the $19.99, you can pay that one-time fee, and that will set you up later on to where you'll be able to work getting into a monthly payment. That's a great thing, and that's not all it. So I'm gonna take a quick short break, and I will be back. Hopefully, you guys get all those get the proper places, get those things paid, and so we don't have to bark. It's not only me barking, but it's many others that are in the proper place that are saying these things need taken care of. Otherwise, we the system will not work. I'm just explaining how these things need paid, and if they don't get paid, look what happens. I pay another something. It just it's a rolling effect. I don't want to go all the way to the top, and then like everything's paid, and they're like, hey, everyone is deciding, hey, we'll just let him pay for everything, and then we can watch, and then look at that. Now what's happening? Everyone decides that they're not going to pay, and look at this. Think about it. In a year, if I were the only one to pay the proper monthly fee for you seen over her fire song, look at what this means. If I'm the only one that pays the monthly fee, I'm the only one that's able to see. Do you really get it? If I'm the only one that pays the monthly fee, I'm the only one that's going to be able to see the screen. If you don't pay the monthly fee, you're not going to be able to see the screen. The screen. You'll scream if you can't get what is necessary for you to live. That's what I'm explaining. You need to pay the monthly fee. You honestly have to pay the monthly fee. Because in a year, if nobody else pays, you guys will not be able to even watch a screen on your television, on your game console, on your radio. Your clock radio won't work. Your walkie-talkie won't work. Your car won't work because you wouldn't have started your car in a year. And with you not starting a car within a year, most likely that car is not going to turn over and get you to where you're supposed to be. So it's a good thing that you get that monthly fee that's required. Get the fee paid. There is just one little thing that is not continually being paid. And so with that not being paid, I have to continue to bark that these things are not truly working. Now, do you see what I'm talking about over in Firesong? Is only available in the NA server. It's not available in the EU server. The reason why? There's people in the EU server that can play Firesong. Sure as heck can play Firesong. But right now, how this currently is running, Firesong is only available in the NA server. We'll pretty soon find out what that means. I'll be right back. I'm gonna be really quick with this, and then I'm gonna get off the screen again. Do you understand what I'm saying? What I just said? If I'm the only one that pays for the monthly fee, like I'm the only one that will be able to see the screen. Get what I'm saying? What I'll have to do is like I will have to talk to myself. And I'm like, what are we gonna do? Let's get some people. Come on, let's get in our fire songmobile and let's ride around. let's ride around. I hope you pay that monthly fee now. I just got back here. Have you ever wondered what the fire song bill is? Like the fire song mobile. The fire song mobile. The fire song mobile. You will love the fire song mobile when the fire song mobile is running. Fire song mobile. Never thought about that. Maybe you did. I just did. Fire song mobile. Fire song mobile. The fire song mobile. I want the fire song mobile to run. The fire song mobile. Fire song mobile on ESO Street. Oh yeah. You're like, yeah. The fire song mobile. I'm gonna leave this on here. I'm gonna go off the screen. Start thinking about it. Pay in those proper places. Pay in the proper place is all gonna work. The fire song mobile has been born. Oh yeah. I do not want to just be in the fire song mobile alone. So the fire song mobile might come out. No guarantees. The fire song mobile might. Fire Song Mobile. The Fire Song Mobile. You know, the Fire Song Mobile could even be in Verdible. But not yet. So I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back here in a little bit. Back in here and talking today between the connection of Vesta and ESO. Oh, this is a great thing. The connection here. I wasn't for sure if it was the connection would be there, but the connection is. So we have a connection with Vesta. I have a connection with Vesta, and what I'm trying to do here through with Vesta is connecting up with ESO. And when ESO gets connected, the account gets connected. There is a matter of minutes when the account it just logs off. It just logs off within like either a matter of minutes. But why is ESO disconnecting after a short period of time? And so that's going to take some study, and this is groundbreaking work to where we get a connection. And so when this connection occurs, this is going to be a great thing for the company to show that we have a connection. As you can see, there's a connection currently with Besta. However, over in elderscrollsonline.com, we need to show a connection. So right now, this is just showing a picture of legends and others. As you can see, the account is logged into Besta right now, Besta.net. And we are looking for a connection with ESO, showing a game connection with Elder Scrolls. This is an important thing for those of us in Elder Scrolls to understand. Besta has a connection with Elder Scrolls. And in theory, Besta has a connection with ElderScrollsOnline.com. However, we can't show a connection if accounts are not literally seen as connected. This is the interesting part, and there's going to have to be a lot of theories that are going to have to be put into practice to where we have the connections, where we have a stable connection, and seeing things like this. This is an important thing, and so what's going to go on when Mesta switches over to ElderScrollsOnline.com? That's a good question. If ElderScrollsOnline.com is switched over, yet the account is not showing as connected, think about that. The ElderScrollsOnline.com is technically not connected. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to log in really quick here shortly into ElderScrollsOnline.com on the other side, and then we'll go in here from Vesta and go further on to ElderScrollsOnline.com. So we've got a little bit of information. There's a lot of information on Legends, and it really has to be seen that there is a connection with Vesta and ESO. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to go into the search tab, search bar, whatever it is you want to call. Elder Scrolls Online. Here. Okay, so this shows here the picture of Elder Scrolls Online, the Elder Scrolls Online for PC, Mac, Xbox One, and PS4. So the game site goes over to Morrowind. Okay. So here I'm going to go over into Elder Scrolls Online here really quick. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Question is the tab going to switch over into an external tab? That's the important part to understand. Okay. Logged in. Okay, so that's good. So we've got this. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Is this? It shows Morrowind. Morrowind. Okay, really good. Really good. Okay, come on. Show connection. Good. This is okay. We're on ElderScrollsOnline.com. This is going to be really good. Really good. Really good. Okay, so right here, this is the same. Okay. Okay. Did you guys see that? Okay. Did you see that? That was okay. That's this is good. So this is all there. We are on. Whew. All right. So Vesta and Elder Scrolls Online are both connected. That's the question is why has it logged out fairly quickly? That's the that's the weird part of what's going on with us having a stable connection. So we have a connection both with Vesta and Elder Scrolls Online. So this is really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off of the screen and just leave us here, and let's see that the magic of Elder Scrolls will come to life. Be right back. All right, so I'm gonna leave this screen. I'm gonna leave the screen on Elder Scrolls Online here for just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do here is when we get the time to when we're running the music, look what's gonna happen. I'm going to click over on the account link, and we're gonna see if that that actually logs off. By us seeing that the accounts are logged in, that tells us that the system's running and the screens will have to be worked on. I'm hoping that the count this is going on throughout multiple Elder Scrolls, like multiple ESO members accounts, to where the the account it logs off for some reason. I don't know what is going on to um where the account is getting logged off automatically. Not for sure why. This usually takes about like 5 or 10 minutes, and so by the time here about in about 15 minutes, gonna check this again, and then we'll see if the account is still on there. This will be a good sign if the account is still logged in. That's the key phrase. So I will be right back.